Libra, hello. Thank you so much for joining me here on Patreon. For those of you who are new to the patronage, welcome. So glad you're here. And for those of you who are returning, I thank you for your continued support of this work, truly. All right, my friends, you are, I think, at a choice point, and you might be shifting gears here. You might be doing things a little differently than you usually do. I feel this energy of people pleasing. I feel this energy of someone, a Libra, who is incredibly aware of the perceptions, the judgments, the thoughts, the gaze of other people, and is constantly kind of doing this dance to make everybody else happy. And I think it's exhausting you, frankly. Look at this person's face on the Justice card. Bags under their eyes, just absolutely exhausted trying to keep everybody's feelings up in the air, keep everybody happy. And so there's a choice that you have to simply allow yourself, or maybe like make a choice to go somewhere where you are out of the public eye, or away from your typical community who tends to look at you and have thoughts about your life and opinions and all of that. It's sort of like a need to escape that gaze and lean into your own energy for a while. Like, what does it feel like to be Libra when no one is watching? And I think you'll find that something new begins to percolate inside of you. Some new energy begins to bubble up that is opening vistas for you. It's opening possibilities for your future. It's making things feel suddenly wide open. Like you're looking out at the horizons and it feels like an open expanse, because that vision I saw in the beginning of the flower in the middle of like a field in the wilderness, surrounded by mountains and a river, and like no one is there to bother that flower except maybe a passing bee or a butterfly. And that's exactly, I think, what you are leaning towards. That's where you're wanting to go. Away from everybody else's eyeballs. Yeah. Okay, Libra, let's get some clarity here. We're going to go to the Aquarian Tarot, and I want to ask first about the Two of Wands. What is this choice point? The Two of Wands typically indicates like a bold move, a potentially bold move on the table for you. So let's get some clarity on the Two of Wands for Libra. Why is this here? Let's pick that up and see what we got. Yeah, Knight of Wands. More fire. I mean, this is all fire energy, basically. It's kind of wild. It's like, the Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands. This is all energy of something big percolating, like some kind of adventure calling you, some kind of travel calling you, some sort of like desire to get moving and to follow your passion and follow what excites you. That's the Knight of Wands, is like following the energy of adventure, curiosity, okay? Making bold moves for sure. Knights are movement energy in the tarot. You are wanting to move in some way. Let's see. Let's get this Queen of Coins though. It's like that sort of feels like the watchful eye of others to me. Or maybe your own like judgments of yourself stopping you. Because sometimes Libra, I have a lot of Libra energy, so I understand this to a degree. There can be this sensation of watching yourself. So this might not even be others. This might just be like the way you project onto yourself what others project onto you. Does that make sense? And it's like, I'm not saying that others aren't projecting onto you. You're Libra, they most likely are projecting onto you. Like that's just kind of part of the deal. But it's also like you're probably projecting onto yourself as well. Like you're probably assuming what others think of you and like putting that on yourself. Watching yourself. That's the sensation of like watching yourself instead of just allowing yourself to be. Okay, let's get some clarity. What is this Queen of Coins trying to say to Libra in July? What's this? Okay, death. Yeah, it's something that needs to end. Death talks about an ending, pretty final ending. Maybe an ending to that way of operating under this like objectification, either like objectifying yourself or allowing others to objectify you. Let's get a little deeper into the Queen of Coins, see if we can get more. Knight of Cups in reverse, another night. You're wanting to move forward boldly and with passion and like unabashed. That's the word. Like you're wanting to move forward unabashedly, but something holds you back. Something stops you, and it's that Queen of Coins energy, which I think stops you from going with your heart. Because the Knight of Cups is another knight, another movement energy. Again, you want to move big time. You want to make some moves here, Libra, but you're afraid of the judgments of others, perhaps, or you're judging yourself. The Knight of Cups moves from the heart. The Knight of Cups listens to the heart and says, yeah, I'm going to make an emotional choice right now. And Libra, you might be afraid or judging yourself for making an emotional choice, right? The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, these are emotional moves. Fire and water are highly emotional energies, and maybe you're kind of afraid or judging yourself for making an emotional decision. Or this objectifying judgment energy kind of stops you from moving from the heart. I'm not sure why the Death card is here exactly yet. I think we need to get a little more details. Let's look at the Justice card, which I'm feeling as the way you sort of contort yourself to make everybody else happy. Why is the Justice energy here for Libra? Yeah, Eight of Wands reverse. It stops your movement. Again, more fire. I swear, Libra, the fire coming through your readings lately, and just like there's so much fire. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands. It's kind of wild. So this energy of trying to placate and like make sure everybody else is taken care of and feels like things are fair and just and right, and like this hang up on morality and like, yeah, just people pleasing, that it stops you from moving forward. There's a again, more movement energy. This is momentum, passion, fire energy, feeling that like momentum to move you forward, but you struggling to maintain, oh, I better stay balanced, or like, well, people will judge me if I make this move, or what, you know, it's just like that stops your fire every time. It stops your momentum. So the Ace of Wands is like countering that. The Ace of Wands is igniting your fire. So let's figure out what that's about. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Libra in July? Is the Ace of Wands here? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, something new, something new, something new. So much Ace energy. It's like, I love the Ace of Earth because I often see this as a seed being planted in the earth. And remember how, you know, this little white flower that I saw in the meditation, and that also like gloriously showed up in the Ace of Wands. This is the seed for that little flower, that little white flower, to grow nice and tall. It's like, it's time for you to root place the seed deep within yourself, to root in your own autonomy and your own singular confidence in like, this is me, this is just who I am allowed to be who I am without anybody else's opinion and anybody else watching. This is me. And that's a new beginning. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. This is it's an exciting new direction, I think, for you, Libra. An exciting change that is bringing a lot of potential and a lot of possibility. For something long-term too, because a seed planted has the potential to feed you long-term if you nurture it and care for it, you know what I mean? And then the Three of Wands is focused on the long-term. It's looking out at the future, getting some long-term plans in place. So this is interesting. Let's look at the Three of Wands, the energy that Libra is shifting into. What is this Three of Wands for Libra? Libra. Judgment. How many times have I said judgment in this reading? I don't often take this card literally, but it's like, I think the Three of Wands, notice this energy that's in both of them of like an epiphany, like vistas opening up in front of you on the horizon. They both have mountains. They both have like this energy of the sun in the distance or the horizon. This particular judgment card speaks to me of like, it is time. The trumpet's sounding, dun dun dun, like here it comes, right? Here comes your opening. Here comes your ship. Here comes your future. Like whatever this is, I think there's a future here for you that is free of the judgment of others and free of your own self-judgment. And that's quite an awakening, Libra. Interesting. The judgment is also speaking to me that this moment of giving up, what am I trying to say? This moment of deciding to no longer contort yourself for the sake of others is a big moment in your time here on this earth that has the potential to kind of shift your future in a big way. It's really interesting, the energy that's coming through that. I feel like I need to change decks for a second. I might come back. Yeah. Okay. Illuminated Earth Oracle. What do you have for Libra here? What's the clarity we can get for Libra in July? Any advice, maybe? Further clarification on what this is about for Libra in July. Source. What is the source of your security? What is the source of yourself? It's like, if your source is rooted in, man, this is actually kind of playing out like the Cancer reading a little bit. Also, if I have to get one more card in your reading, okay. Source. It's actually asking me, where does this come from for you, Libra? You know, like where this, almost like preoccupation with other people and other people's business and what other people think of your business and like all of that. It's like, what's the source of that? Where does this come from? You know, and like, what is the source of your security and your like sense of yourself? If you're tethered, if your source, source of your power that you draw from, if you draw power from other people's opinion of you, right? Then like, where does that leave you? It leaves you somehow dependent on other people and their opinion, which is constantly shifting and changing and actually doesn't have that much to do with you. So it's like root. I'm seeing this as like the egg plant or the seed planted, the egg planted in the womb, the seed planted in the soil, similar metaphors. Plant your seed in yourself. You, notice the flames, are your own source. The fire is the source of life. You are your own source of life. That is what this is about. You are your own life source, not anybody else's opinion of you or anyone else's energy. What else for Libra in July? Okay. We got structure. I mean, the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands, we're talking about making potentially bold moves towards your future, which could talk about a structure shift. But I'm really being drawn to the mirror. You know, it's like whatever you are building, let it be a reflection of who you truly are. Like, let it be a reflection of who you are when no one is watching, or else the structure that you build will be a reflection, you know, when you look at the reflection, it will resemble other people rather than you. And you want that reflection to resemble you. Interesting interpretation of that card. Libra. Let's go to the liminal space deck. What's the advice for Libra here in July? What's the advice for Libra in July? Okay. You are not alone in this uncertain place. I'm wondering if striking out on your own in this way, you know, the Ace of Wands I always associate with Aries energy, and Aries energy is incredibly autonomous. Aries energy is like, I'm doing my own thing over here. I'm gonna make my own choices. I'm gonna do what's best for me. Bye, y'all. I'm wondering if doing that, part of the fear around doing that is that you'll be alone. And so there's some uncertainty around that, you know, like imagining that flower in the wilderness. There is a certain freedom of being free of other people's gaze, but maybe there's a little bit of a worry inside of you that like, okay, cool. I get out into the wilderness and then what? You know, like, then I'm alone. Then like all my business is wrapped up in other people's business. So when I get out on my own and I have nobody's energy but my own, then what? And it says, you are not alone in this uncertain place, which is really interesting. What else can we get for Libra in July? Libra, stop throwing the cards off the table. I know, you're not doing it. Okay, like that. What you love loves you back. Okay, so here's the thing about that. It's like you're worried about being alone. And listen, I get it. Libra is an energy that wants to partner. Libra wants to feel love and community. And like, I keep going like this. It's like you want to feel arms wrapped around you. But here's the thing. It's like part of finding reciprocal love is first finding yourself, you know, because then you'll find an arm reaching out for you that is also solid in their self, you know, and then it's like two halves. Instead of two halves making a whole, it's like two whole energies coming together. And like, that's more of the energy of what we want. And so you have to go out and sort of strike out in your own singular autonomous energy in order to kind of find yourself. It kind of feels like this is a journey of like going off and finding yourself. And then you'll find that you actually discover what you love. And then what you love will love you back. And then you'll find relationships that are much more reciprocal, perhaps, when you are your own source of power rather than putting your source of power in other people. And then I don't think you'll experience this worrying about the judgments of others as much, because you'll have relationships that are more simpatico, more aligned with who you really are, maybe. Okay, all right, Libra. Let's go to the Divine Doors deck here and see, you got the Two of Wands, you got the Three of Wands. These are definitely doorways opening for you, and a lot of movement energy here that wants to happen. So what is the door that is opening for Libra in July? This card, it says offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see what else. That feels like what you love loves you back. What doors are opening for Libra in July? Birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Yeah, Libra, exactly. There are doors opening all over this spread. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, new gateways, new doorways are opening for you. And I like that it says new gateways, because Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace energy is that newness. Ooh, look. Birth and source. And I saw this as like a womb, and it looks like it's kind of giving birth here. It's like you are becoming your own parent and giving birth to yourself anew. It's like that's sort of this journey of finding yourself. It is a journey of being born again in a big way. Interesting. This card just came out as I was futzing with the card. It says, a distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Yeah, Libra, this coupled with you are not alone in this uncertain place. It's like, I feel your longing. I feel you wanting to be with others, but it's like, rest in the security that what you love loves you back. Even if you can't be with them right now, it looks, honestly, Libra, like it's more a moment for you to go on your own autonomous journey. And so it's like, yeah, a distant kiss. I kiss you from afar. I love you. You aren't alone in this place, on this journey that you have to go on. But it's like, being born is usually a solo journey for people. Even twins don't come out at the same time. Going through that birth canal is a solo experience. And I think, my friend, in this process of being reborn, this is a solo experience for you. And it's important that you are not all coupled in everybody else's energy, because again, the new structures that you are building for yourself need to be purely reflections of you, who you are, without anybody else's energy crowding in there. Because Libra, we Libran humans can tend to be easily influenced by others. That's why autonomy is such an important thing. And lest I neglect to point out, this Aries energy of the Ace of Wands, Aries is your polar sign. It is your opposite sign on the zodiac. Lean into that energy, I think. And again, that might be opposite from what you're used to doing, but leaning into that is going to help you self-actualize. That's what it's about. Interesting. Okay. So Libra, if you would like a personal reading to dig deeper into how this is playing out in your specific life scenario, let me know. unseenhandshealing.com. Check out my offerings, fill out the contact form, get in touch with me. Patrons get 10% off. Thanks for watching, Libra. Thanks for being here. Happy July, and I'll talk to you soon.